Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. This is the final project for user and UI and user interface course. Our project name is a la carte. Well, next page. Yeah, so our purpose is to reduce food waste by using up what we already have in our fridges and pantries. Also, we want to create a platform for people to review and share their recipes. And we can also input grocery list and grocery items we have in the fridge. So we have already did some user research and user scenario, and we have a couple of user persona and user scenario testing. For the data we have, we found our target users to be students and individuals living alone. As they have limited time and budgets for groceries, they actually think our app is a good choice for them. We also found out that most of them are amateur cooks and do not like to spend more time than a couple of hours cooking in a day.
Okay, so for the standout features, we have some couple of features which makes our app very distinguished from the other ones. Just to name few of them, some of them are filtering recipes, and we have in-app chat support, which I believe none of the apps listed here have it. We also have our website through which a user can access if they don't have their phone with them available. For the survey results, so we did user requirement testing by launching a survey on Google Maps. So we have some promising results from this survey. So we listed some top rated features, which are video tutorials, ability to share the recipe, ability to rate a recipe, and some grocery deals on the recommended grocery we have. So we found out that like nearly 75% of the users would like to have video tutorials for recipe instead of just the instructions, which makes it more easier for them to follow the steps since they have any visual representations. Some of the lowest rated features are split screen view. So most of the users believe that having split screen view for video content and a recipe instruction on the same screen, it makes the recipe instruction fonts too small to read, and it makes it harder for them to read and view the video at the same time. So that makes a little bit hard for them to follow the steps. Also, from our testing, we found that most of the users are amateur cooks. So having live streams from top chefs is not beneficial for them, as they don't have that cooking skill as some of the top chefs in the country have. Some of the features that we didn't consider from the user testing are highlighted instructions, featured and trending recipes, and recommended ingredient alternative. So we didn't consider these features as most of the users think that these are not the most prioritized features. So like we found out that the user didn't like to have like highlighted instructions, as it makes it difficult from them to follow the steps. User didn't like to have alternate ingredient, as some of the ingredient alternative have different process of cooking, or it can take a different quantity in a particular recipe. User testing. So we created our wireframes and did some user testings. Things that went very well were like we found out that most of the users were pretty confident about completing their task. We did a couple of user testings in person and couple of user testings online. While performing online user testing, we found we have a stable internet connection, but we had a difficulty to connect with the user. We were not able to completely record their body language. Users were able to complete their task very well using the wireframes, Figma prototypes we gave them. We also gave them some hand-drawn prototypes just to make understanding a little bit more clearer for them. Things that didn't work very well are like I said, we did some testings online. So in video conference, we were not able to record like user body language, what exactly they were feeling. We kept asking their questions, but those were not enough to describe how exactly they were feeling. We had some hand-drawn wireframes, which our main purpose to provide them was to make it a little bit more easier for them, but that in turn makes them more confused. With our post questionnaire, we found that some of the pages that needed to be highlighted for easier navigation, some of the users had trouble navigating through pages because they think there were too many steps involved.
So after we see feedbacks from questionnaires, user persona, and user testing, we have update and improve our wireframes. So as you can see, we have added a video recipe section, as many users has the feedback that they prefer video tutorial than word tutorial. We also added a menu page at the bottom of the screen because during the user testing, we found out that many user has realized that not every page have a direct link to some certain pages. So we added this menu button to have like a link for most of the pages to make this app easier to use. So we also added some new pages and functions. For this page, this is a hot items and deals page. As we received, as the feedback states that most of the users would like to accept recommendation of on sale items, as they would like to save money and stuff. So we added this page to recommend user items on sales, and also they can search items by category as listed under the like at the top section of it. And also to improve customer loyalty, we added this reward system. For this reward system, we created some daily quests. When user complete these daily quests, they gain points. Also, user will gain points when they submit new recipes and when they invite new users. So this is the system that can help us to maintain active current users and attract new users. We also have the design journey for customers. So as you can see at the beginning stage, when we decide to make this app, there are some potential for users to accept this app, but like not everyone would like to use this app, but still like there is need of this app. And after we push forward and we deliver this design more functions, user will find out it's easier to use this app, and they will get used to it, and they will know how to work on each different functions, and they will find out that this app is actually easy to use and very useful. They will have a satisfied user experience. And throughout the semester, we have learned several things. We have learned how to setting requirements. We have learned the information architecture and interaction design. We also learned how to use Figma to create wireframes and prototypes for our app, and we already show it in the previous slides. And also, we learned how to defining customer journey, and we have learned how to do user requirements and user scan scenarios. We also show them in the previous slides. And finally, we have learned how to create user testing, and we created like different user test cases and stuff to improve our project. And yeah, that's pretty much all we learned from this semester. Of course, that's not all the things we learned, but I think it's like we have covered most of the thing we learned. Yeah. And that's all for our presentation. Thanks for listening.
Thank you everyone for listening. Have a great day.